Are we back? Hello, hello. I think we're back. Testing. Hello, hello. Sweet, we're back. Awesome. Okay. Um, Ikan. Hello, Soraya. My boy. Welcome back. Okay. We're good. We're good here. How are you? I'm good. I'm doing a tier list. I just went off and I just came back, so I think we're good. But I'm not checking chat because I have to read my list, so I will be reading chat shortly. Um, we are back. It looks like everything is all running well. Sweet. Okay. Oh, wow, I ran through the full 3 hours. That's incredible. Okay. Um, cool. All right, I'm gonna keep going. It looks like we're all good. So, all right. Yeah, Cloud, 14th, really strong, really good character. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see him even go higher. Super safe backer, super safe forward air. Is able to mix people up by crossing up the shield and doing forward air and back air because there's such different timings that you have to just like know what he wants, and being able to mix people up and the high reward of those aerials is super strong. So yeah, big fan. I think Cloud is super strong. I would not expect, like, obviously he can get gimped, um, and that's like really really rough. But he has enough on stage offensive prowess to make things work. Um, so yeah, Spargo showing that character being super super great, and that's my 14th. All right, 13. I got Palu. Palu is definitely a better version of Wolf in terms of like the fundies simple character because she has ample reward on her nair up air that even with good SDI you're taking 40 plus. I am not at all surprised with the amount of Palutenas doing well. You have Raflo from EU, you have Jagaimo from Japan, you've got SoCal and NorCal Palus in Chase and Louis Money. Chag, when he shows up, is always doing good. So these are characters that are super strong, and the versatility to play with these air stats and these ground stats, dash attack, back air, up air, like there's so many moves you have to be aware of. Her ledge trapping is insane. Down tilt, back air, F tilt is making people terrified. Like you have to be so on point versus some of these characters. And her punish game is more positional than like damage. She's not like touch of deathing you or anything, but it's still rough to fight. Um, and I think she shuts down a lot of characters with the simple neutral tools and the safe pokes, good rising aerial out of shield that still combos. She's light, she can still get vulnerable off stage, you know, if she doesn't have the chance to go high and do the invincible 2 frame. She's stuck and she's going under, and then she's getting two frames over and over again because it's the same timing every single time. Um, so yeah, good character, strong representatives. I think people who call this character lower than top 15 are trolling because the character is still able to make upsets at any level. And especially top level, even if people are ready for Palu, you can still lose because Palu is still just that good of a character. Cool. Okay. 12? Mickey! I got Sora as 12. I value Sora a lot in late meta, and we're finally starting to see it with not just Kamame, but we're seeing it with Rakior as well. Rakior, Kamame are doing very strong things with this character that are insanely unholy for this kid that's supposed to be really, you know, the wonder child, the Disney kid, you know. This is insane. A lot of characters have to do a lot of neutral tools to make things work. They have to, Palutena needs her fair, bear, dash attack, nair, grab. Sora needs like nair, fire, and like maybe dash attack and dash grab. But that 360 degree disjointed nair is absurd. It combos rising or falling, leads into smash attacks with IDJ that is not as hard. Even I can do some of the stuff. It is very, very easy to do some of this stuff and see results. And the best part is, if you are not confident in your execution, you finish with the finisher, nair 1, 2, 3, fair 1, 2, 3, nair 1, 2, nair 1, 2, nair 1, 2, 3. You know, you can do a lot of like resets and stuff, and you can just still cash out on damage if you're not confident in your execution. And having that window out instead of doing super hard stuff 24/7 is great. Fire and freeze are really good. Thunder is kind of matchup dependent if it's good or not, because you don't really want to roll that too often because it's really laggy. Safe recovery can stall under the stage and take so much time off from the timer if you do want to run timeout. Really great matchups against the upper half of the cast as well, into Sonic as well, into Steve. Super good character. Sometimes has a hard time versus these faster disjoints like Cloud and Steph, but I mean the punish game, and even if he's light, he can still make it all up just fine. Really, really good character. Okay, 11th, not top 10. I have Kazuya. Kazuya is still great. He's not a bad character, but he is not that crazy broken character that people thought he was back in August of 2022. He probably could be top 10. I think he is just more linear than a lot of the other characters on the list, and is mainly carried by one representative being Riddles. A lot of people are knowing how to bait Electric and punish him for fishing for it, and especially when Kazuya is down, he will be looking for Electric. People are mixing up DI to platforms and not platforms a lot more, and they're making the 50-50s very insanely hard for Kazuya to even get strong death combos that he might have to settle for 0 to 50s instead, which makes him more in line with a simple character as long as you ban FD Kalos in town. Perp Tech is still good, but is not as vulnerable, not as good as people used to do versus it. People are now teching in, they're crossing him up with tech roll in, they are like teching away on the super far platforms, they're like missing techs and then doing an immediate get up option. There's a lot more mix of Perp Tech than we actually thought back in 2023, 2022. It is, this could also be hampered by Riddles playing Street Fighter more if you haven't been seeing as much of top level Kazuya, because by proxy, he can iframe through and he can make situations very difficult for a lot of characters that want to traditionally space them out. See Cloud back air, see Palutena back air, see Sora Nair 1, 2, 3. He can just shut you up and just Electric and win. But now that people aren't swinging first, we're just kind of like moving, and then he swings, and now we're punishing. So we're actually with punishing instead of preemptively swinging, and he is sluggish enough where that is a reliable play to punish him for overshooting. Or if he undershoots, you can just wall him anyway, so it's totally fine. Yeah. Cool. At 10th in the game, I have Peach and Daisy. These characters are really fluid in their ability to mix you up with different float height timings and ability to kind of play the game their own way, and you have to kind of adapt to what they want to do. I really value a lot of, how do I describe this? Like this acceleration style of like going up and down and kind of mixing people through this like mini game of the y-axis of like how fast am I gonna go up and down with flows. And it gives her full damage to all her aerials. She is able to kind of play this style that is hard for people to deal with. And I think this character is actually gonna get a little bit better over time because she's able to now do these air dodge cancel, these B floats, these combos that are really starting to be implemented in tournament. And Mudace is practicing them every single day. You have, Ling, you have Umeki. A lot of stuff is being developed with this character that is making her being able to handle any matchups in the game, even if some of them are pretty hard. I would not be surprised to see more Peach development, especially with how the meta of the character is going. Even if though she is fragile, she is quick enough and the players are passionate enough to make the character work. Flow cancel bear in the corner is so broken. Like down tilt as a quick footsie option, she can spot dodge and just do that. Doesn't get as much reward off grab, she just settles for down throw back air, but I mean, being above or in the corner versus Peach is just not fun. Very high APM, very high hard character to play and pilot, but the dedicated players are making her work, and it's good. All right, number 9, Diddy top 10. I know that's so crazy, and probably not what people would expect. But I think Diddy is 9th best character in the game. Banana shuts down so many characters, and his worst matchups are not even being seen as often as people would imagine. So he is consistently fighting people at the top with some kind of trump or card up his sleeve that is saving his meta, and Tweak is for running it really hard. Monkey Flip and Banana, both the ranges are very different and strong, and you're forced to take strays versus this character instead of going for touch and deaths because he's very hard to combo and very hard to get your hands on. Going for like a stray grab instead of a hard combo, stuff like that. Sometimes you can destroy him if you get your hands on him, but the way his movement can be optimized and he's zipping around the stage, monkey flip, B reverse pop gun, banana pull, Z drop aerials, it's all safe, it's all fast, and it's all very hard to do and react to in real time. You have to be a step ahead, and Diddy has so many more mix-ups that if you make the step ahead and it's a wrong step, you get banana and you die. It's extremely strenuous for the opponent, and probably just as strenuous for Diddy, because Diddy, when he's behind, doesn't have the best time. He just kind of has to death by 1,000 cuts, but maybe instead of 1,000, it's more like 100. He has more. He hits a little bit harder. The delayed nair combos are super strong. Rising bear, rising fair, quick down tilt for footsies to punish ledge hang. There's just so much this character has, and it is not surprising at all that he's top 10. I want to maybe see a little bit more of like banana control from us as players fighting Diddy, because I think banana control is something that's really important. Nowadays I fight Diddy, I hold banana and I mix in fireball, Z-drop forward air, and Z-drop up air, and I just hold it and I force Diddy to beat it out of me with his normal moves. And if he doesn't do it right, he's eating a fireball, he's eating a forward air, he's eating these normal moves, and he's not getting his things going. Now if he wins it, good for him. Proud of you. You did great. But I'm making it hard for Diddy to even get set up. So yeah, super good. Let's talk about number 7. I have Fox. I never realized how good jumping and mixing up if you're doing a short hop, full hop, or double jump is until you're fighting this character. Respectfully, what the heck is happening? It is truly insane what is happening. You watch it and it looks so obvious, but then you fight it and I have to be guessing so much harder to get an advantage versus this character. And sometimes I just can't even fight him. I just have to run away and be like, oh, you're jumping? I can't fight you. Bye-bye. And we do this again, And it's like, what is this mini game happening on my screen right now? Fox is playing like Frogger. He's just jumping all around, and I'm playing like I'm a poor homeless boy trying not to get hit by Sour Nair. Yeah, lightweight can get blown up if he does get hit, but has so many mix-ups and so many abilities to make sure that you don't even get the chance that it's so skewed in his favor. And killing off tech chases, it may not be the most consistent thing past 120, but having a quick jab and a hard nair to tech, along with really good reactions from good players like Light and Passeraman and Kananabe, is showing the value that this character has. 0 to 80s, auto cancel dare, or hard nair, dash attack the ledge, you get back air, ledge pressure is good. Recovery is exploitable until people started doing that illusion 2-frame up of the ledge. You don't 2-frame Fox anymore, so it's really hard. His reversals off ledge with auto cancel forward air, auto cancel down air, and forward air are super good. Great air to airs, great ground movement, super easy combo game. You don't even have to fast fall the up air sometimes because it's just auto cancels that easily. Makes some characters work so hard just to hit him, and unless you're killing him at 60 or 70, it feels like an uphill battle every single time. You have to just guess, and if you guess right, he gets blown up, but he has so many mixes to know how you're gonna guess that it's just not even worth it to guess sometimes, because he's so fast with his fastball and his dash attack. Keeps up with the best characters in the game, talented character, he's a rock and he's just like a meteor falling down on you. You just have to hold that. Yeah. All right, number 6, I have Fox. Not Fox. Wow, Aegis. Why did I say Fox? I was looking at Fox. Aegis. Not top 5. I think I have 6 characters. Did I miss somebody? Oh, I did. I'm an idiot. Joker is 8. Joker was before Fox. So it goes Diddy, Joker, Fox. So Diddy 9, Joker 8, Fox 7. Let's talk about Joker then. So Joker is, I used to think he fell off. I didn't think he was top 10 anymore. And then I watched Leo play again, and I saw what this character could do, and he just doesn't need to get hit sometimes. He can play the evasive and just chip you forever game because he's so fast that eventually he can decide when he wants to hit you. And almost like Fox on the y-axis, Joker is doing that, but on the x-axis, where he's dashing away, jumping away, playing these like grounded dashes, and you can dash through people, and you know they go for a rising arrow, you dash under their aerial, and then you kill them. It's precise and one of the harder characters because it doesn't have an all neutral tool you can just throw out. It doesn't have a Fox Nair, it doesn't have a Diddy, you know, banana or a dash attack, a Kazuya electric, a Sora Nair, but he is able to be the Swiss Army knife of characters and control a lot of scenarios in his favor. Gun and A-Hot chip is insane. His edge guard with Arsene is so broken. Like, he can still maintain that high advantage, and even if he can sometimes get out comboed and get Arsene off stage and die off stage, like he'll still be okay. His survivability is still fine. He's a midweight, tied with Mithra, I think. Yeah, we all know Joker's good. I think I want to see more of Joker, and especially with the Japanese Joker, I forget his tag. It's not Taike. It is Tsubaki. Yeah, Tsubaki is going to push this character in Japan, as Leo will in North America. Number 6 is Aegis. Not top 5. I think the character has too much. The margin for error is too low. You cannot make as many mistakes off stage as you would like to. And even though this character can swing really hard with Mithra and have easy power ledge trap with F tilt, back air, forward air, and like up tilt, you are still having a hard time off stage versus a lot of characters that are learning how to fight this character now. The moves are still not as safe on shield, and people are reacting better. People are anticipating the moves more. Jump in there is not auto-winning matchups anymore. We are in a stage of Ultimate where mistakes are hard punished really hard, and if you do not have a disadvantage to keep up, you will get exploited. This is one of those characters. Yeah. This is, yeah, for sure. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see Pyro players start implementing more footstool. I think I saw Chase do it one time, and I was like, wow, this makes the character's punish game really strong. Like, footstool down or down tilt up air on a platform is crazy, you know? We're starting to, like, hit these super consistent footstools, especially versus these strong multi-hit nairs, like Byleth, like Mithra, like Falco forward air, that I wouldn't be surprised to see some more of that stuff going forward. Yeah, big sword, fast character, you know, switch is intangible, enough recovery mix-ups to get by, but you can still be exploited. You're still a little bit light. Foresight's still good, but you don't want to foresight in the bad spot, otherwise you can get punished off stage, for example, and you won't recover. There's a lot. Yeah, we're seeing more of this character, and it's usually in a negative light, but don't let that overshadow how good this character actually is. Okay, top 5. My last 9 character is Snake. Snake players can make so many mistakes and still win. That's the big thing. The grenades, the ledge trapping, the ability to mentally wear down your opponent is very strong in a meta where mistakes are usually hard punished very, very strongly. You want to be able to have a good grab game to even get the nades off the ground and get him in the air, and you can sometimes still make that mistake if you're miscounting a timer or you're not watching a C4. The way that ultimate camera moves, sometimes you just don't even get the chance to see C4, so you have to always keep a mental image of it. The character has so many reps at top level all around the world. AK, Hurt, Dio, Shogun when he was playing, MVD, Alandis, all over. Character plays his own game, fighters past 0. My character even does well, and I still see the things that this character can do. Surviving till 200 versus some characters is absurd, and you're able to maintain. He's still very beatable because a lot of his reversals are very like telegraphed, and his CQC is not as well. I'm playing for you, so my CQC is better, but like his CQC is still very good to deal with a lot of these scrappy characters. But you have to be on point. You have to have audio with the setup. You have to be ready for watch for how the Snake player wants to fight you. If they're not telegraphing their kills with up tilt, and you know you can still kill them. Back air lasts forever. Forward air can clutch games and clutch sets. You know, characters for sure make a lot of mistakes, and they can still turn out in your favor because sometimes a small mistake is better than a big mistake. Yeah. All right. Top 4. let's get to it. The 10 tier. These are the 4 best for sure. 4th, I have Rob. He flies. He's 0 to deaths. He combos. He's big, but he can still make just as many mistakes and still win, if not more than Snake. He has some really rough matchups, but it still doesn't matter because he still has just enough control to be able to always bring it back in his favor. Can't get gimped, strong disadvantage. If he mixes up nair timings at different heights, you don't know where it's going to be in front of you or behind you, so parrying it is much harder. His CQC boxing is strong, down tilt, forward air. Zamba making this character work at all levels, even in Japan, in Europe, in America, it's always working. Multiple Rob players making top 64 every single tournament. Even if they're not top 8, they're still gatekeeping a lot of these worst characters. Very easy to hold the corner, fish for back throw, and kill people at 0 with Rob. You have to hold center stage forever because he has a laser, he has gyro, he has forward air, he can kill, he has down air active forever, up air Mario Party minigame, you just can't lose. Insanely strong character. Without a doubt, top 4. Okay. 3rd is Game & Watch. This should come as no shocker. I think my top 3 is pretty standard. I watched Mia play this character, and I'm surprised that this has gone like undertapped for as long as it did until 2023. I think Meister style of Game & Watch is very strong and very good in tournament, but I didn't realize how sometimes you don't even need to let the opponent play the game when Mia plays the game. You have a very simple baby mode advantage state with up air and nair. Add a shield just negates the whole cast. You can't even hit a shield, so running up shield is just a free approach option. And when they try to space around their shield, you just throw an air and it'll outrange their outspacing of your move. His landing can be a little bit telegraphed, but he also has downer to drift under or through or on top of platforms, so you can mix that up super hard. His edge guarding is multi-hit back air, bomb forward air on platforms is an instant detonation to explode and kill people. His spot dodge is terrifying because he just does spot dodge down smash and you just die. I really like up air juggling. Like some characters just can't land. What is Kazi gonna do about that? What's Diddy gonna do about that? Even monkey flip won't even save him the same way as a zero suit flip jump would. Like these are some rough options. Bacon on ledge can just put people to 300 and then he just does whatever he wants to finish. Like the character is without a doubt top 3. I have struggles versus very few characters, and even then it's like sometimes it's just a player diff, It's like you have to outplay him so hard and ahead of it in advance to make sure that you can even keep up. He is light, he is unforgiving. Sometimes he dies super early to an Arsene back air or Diddy Kong forward smash over you, sure you can. But you have to touch him first, and he's zipping around the stage doing up B, down air, nair, forward air, double forward air on plat, back air into you, dash grab, he just does whatever, Ambiguous ledge options if you can't see his mouth, There's a lot of stuff to this character. Cool. And very easy to use, probably the best pocket character in the game without a doubt. Number 2 is Sonic. I will not say this character is easy. I think Sonic is actually hard, and a lot of the best top Sonic players have been playing this character for many years. But the ability to consistently run the clock when you want to, and also to punish somebody for trying to get into you, you can do 0 to 60s off up air, back air, is an insane combination. The up air stuff is easy too. It's not hard. You just short hop up air, and you just get simple 0 to 60s. And now that the Sonic players aren't just spinning and they're actually fighting, we're starting to see how this advantage state is unraveling, where you just can't make mistakes, because if you do, you'll take 30 from spin charge or 60 from up air, or only loses really 2 matchups in Aegis and Fox, and they might be even. F tilt active for 4 to 5 frames, forward smash, pullback, can kill people, back air active, sour hit, can frame trap on neutral air dodges against some characters like Smash or Bayo. The great vertical burst in up and spring and down air, can go up and down really fast. Some characters just don't have a lot of characters don't even have an answer to spin in the corner. They have to gamble, and they have to just hope they get right. And you can sometimes clank with the spin charge and spin shot, but then sometimes you can homing attack instead, and that move can sometimes work, but sometimes it won't. That risk reward is not really worth it in their favor, but it's another mix up. There's Nair Bear. Just the fighting moves are just insane. Like once he started fighting you, it was terrifying to see some of the stuff. Sour Nair F smash angle up, killing at 60. Able to have a winning mashup on the best character in the game but is limited by he can be hard to play, I think, at a high level, and you have to. He's very mentally straining to play throughout the whole bracket, more for the player than for the opponent. You'd be surprised, actually. But you can also just steamroll through pools if people don't know how to deal with your mix-ups. And number 1 is Steve. Not surprising. I think the only reason Steve is better than Sonic is because even if Sonic is better on paper, Steve has more mix-ups, is able to be used by worse levels of skill to compete with the upper level echelon of play. Blocks increase survivability. They are combo tools, they are neutral tools, they are edge guarding tools, they are mix-up tools, they are landing tools, and they can do tech, like you can do things on them. You can cancel and right off them. Name me another move that can do that many things. I don't think you can. Yeah, minecart, we know. Jabs and up tilt, we know. Safe frame data, auto cancel aerials, anvil explodes people, footstool out of shield. The ease of use to compete with the best of the game is so simplified in Steve's favor. Like, you can play a Steve that is pocket that can up tilt till 60, and then swing for stray hits and iron reversals in minecart and anvil, and you can win entire sets because the character is polarizing. The character's counterplay has been improving, but the character will without a doubt probably be the best character in the game. Even if he loses matchups on paper, they're still always winnable because his damage output with diamond and even just like gold minecart is so high that he's like a CQC brawler with insane frame data that can still camp and run the clock. And the character's meta is developing day by day. Mills are getting better and better. While he can still lose to players like Sonic's Mia Aquila, for example. Sonic's Mia Spargo, as in Aquila as the example. The character still has the most tools and the most depth by nature of block in the game. I don't think that's surprising. I think it's a pretty standard top 4. And I think that's my tier list. Yeah. Let me zoom out for a second. There we go. All right, my voice is tired. What's chat saying? Fascinating tier list. Thank you, Stuart. You're not PG stats. You're a Lumirank guy. What's up, dude? Good night, Ikan. If you were in France, if you were in America, good evening. Thank you. One of the best tier lists. Thank you. I may not be top 100, but I can make good tier lists. Yeah. That was just me rambling for how many hours? 3.5 hours? Oh my god. So this is the first time I've ever done this, and I'm not doing this until next year. Indeed I am. Not much, just noticed you were doing this and you guys tune in. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Do you go to any events, Stuart? Or do you just kind of like do stats? Yeah. I'm trying to think about anything here that I would change. I went to Crown and SmashCon. Okay. I did not go to either of those events because I was in Europe. Not a controversial tier list. There's some spots here that I think are a little whack. First in-person events in 2019. Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah, you should go to something. I like meeting stats people because Hugh J is my best friend. Love Hugh J, man. So, explaining PT and Ceph again. Sure. So, I'll keep it brief. You don't think Kaz is top 10? I do not. Trade War is awesome. I love Trade War. Okay, PT. This character's disadvantage is too poor on the ledge and landing to be considered viable in higher levels of play. I mean, they're viable, but they're not like broken. And I don't like, they're not exploding you off, they're not winning neutral and killing you until super high percents unless your Charizard like back airing. I don't see the win cons being able to keep up with a lot of other characters. They're still good, but we haven't been seeing a lot of like consistent ways to seal stocks out 40 to 50 to 60. And I don't really like that because that means you're gonna have to play these longer stocks and disadvantage more often if you're not taking them earlier. And that just kind of counteracts the character. The character had his time in the meta, especially when people were not trying to kill you off every single stray hit. But aside from Charizard's back throw and maybe back air, like there's not too many situations where PT is able to keep up in the punish game even if they have the neutral because their disadvantage is so poor. Their disadvantage is poor, their advantage could have been better to make up for it, but it's not good enough. Ceph, I know Ceph's in a crazy spot. I think Ceph could go up. I just haven't been seeing as many Cephs nowadays. M4E, Ned, and Tweak is all I've been seeing. And the character is still a sword, still able to be anti-meta by walling people out, but the margin for error for that character is way too high. Like, it's low margin of error, as in you can't make as many mistakes. We just haven't been seeing PT anymore. Like, the character's just not here. And then for Ceph, like, you can wall and consistently beat out a lot of these, you know, gatekeeping characters. In theory, that's what he should be doing. The frame data is not good enough, and there's too many scenarios where you can just get in on Ceph and explode him and make sure that he does not keep up. And that's a problem. Like, I play Ryu, you know? Like, if I get in versus Ceph one time, he dies at 70, you know? He can wall me out for however long, he can edge guard, he can ledge trap, he can do all these things, but if I still get in, he's still gonna die. And maybe that's more of a Ryu thing than a Ceph thing, but I think there's way more chances for Ceph to mess up than Ryu. Like, he doesn't have as many chances, you know? Like, if he spot dodges, you know, what does he even do? Like, he can't even spot dodge jab, you know? His footstool down air, it's not as safe as Steve's, you know? He just can't, like, keep up. He's still good. Like, he's still in 8, you know? I think Ceph's in a good spot. I can see Ceph going up, but look at all the characters above him, you know? ZSS is kind of similar, and PT's maybe a little bit more similar, but Falco, crazy punish game. Ninja, crazy punish game. Sheik, safe, neutral, and training mode punish game. Ryu, you die. Wolf is just a better Ceph. Low-key. Low-key, Wolf is the character most like Ceph because he's got kind of like that swordy archetype going on without a crazy punish game. And Ceph could be better. I think if Ceph's... I don't think the players like playing Ceph either, dude. Like, I really think about it, all the Ceph players do not like fighting and playing as Ceph. Like, you know, M4E lost round 2 at Terra to a me brawler, you know? And I wasn't even surprised because you just got in. You got in and you lost, you know? Like, that's just what happened. It's terrifying. The list goes from like, can I cheese my opponent with these poor toolkits to I've got an okay toolkit but I don't have enough cheese to like, oh, my toolkits are good but they have flaws to, oh yeah, my toolkits are really, really good but there are very, very obvious holes to my neutral is passable and I have a good punish game to wait, I have a really good neutral and a pretty good punish game to I don't even let you play the game anymore. That's where we're going from bottom to up. That's like how I view the game, right? Do these 4 characters even let you play the game sometimes? Like, seriously. You have very slim chances. Minecart, anvil, back air. Okay, you have to punish the minecart jump. You didn't punish the minecart jump. Oh, the anvil came on your shield. You didn't punish the anvil on your shield. And then the auto cancel back air is safe and drifting away. That's safe. All of that is safe. Spin. Don't need to say anything. Nair and uppy. I don't need to say anything. How is Pika so low? Pika loses to like half a character and all 50% a game watch. Execution in bracket is too difficult in the higher levels of play. I think it's way too easy to make a mistake and have it be fatal for Pikachu. And I think this can be mitigated by optimized evasive movement with Shiny Mark. But even the character's punish game is hard. The character's neutral is hard. You can't trade. If people get lucky and trade, you lose. There's so many situations where Pikachu, if he doesn't get his edge guards, he loses. His win con is so player dependent. You can do the stupidest recoveries and make it back, and Pikachu sometimes just didn't cover it because it's not a traditional recovery option. It's very difficult. Bad matchups are fine. Not having bad matchups is good, but you have to be able to beat some of these characters that don't even care if you have a bad matchup, because they'll still kill you. Matchups don't matter if they die. Are we caring about who wins a matchup or who wins the game? Who has more access to winning the game rather than who has access to winning the matchup? I'd rather win games than win matchups. Ryu can lose every matchup in the game, but if they die at 80, they die at 80. And dying at 80 means you take a stock. Taking a stock means you take a game. Taking a game means you take a set. Sets mean tournament. It's like a very straightforward way of looking at it, but that's the way I look at it. As you go higher up on the list, it's like way harder to win. No, sorry, not harder to win. Harder to fight some of these characters. Who steals more is the key. not even stealing more. Because I've always said Ultimate ever since 2019, 2020 is like, punish game helps mitigate risk. Because you can take more risks, and if the opponent won't punish you as hard, you're fine. In a world where people are punishing you this hard, you cannot make as many mistakes. Mistakes happen irrespective of matchups. Sometimes the matchups matter, right? But usually, if you have a passable neutral to not make as many mistakes, but a really strong punish game, this is what you get. As a Ryu player, how do you feel fighting row 9 and 10? Sure. Pac-Man I used to hate, I really like it now. Samus I don't want to fight. Bayo I like fighting now. I'm really good versus the character. Moon I have a lot of experience versus, I'm fine fighting. Pikachu I'm good at that matchup. I've beaten every Pika I've fought, I'm good at that. Wario, unless it's Gluto, I'm fine fighting. Cloud I really like fighting a lot. Palu I've been up and down recently, I've kind of been in a slump versus the character, but I'm grinding Wi-Fi more and I feel better versus the character. Sora I really like fighting versus. I can punish fair 1, 2, and 3 with Shaku. I can keep him in check. If I'm smart off stage, I should be fine. Kazi is one of my favorite matchups in the game because I can mash on him better and it's fine. Peach and Daisy I got really good versus later on. Diddy I'm still working on because Peak kind of handled me at Terra, but I'm working on it. Joker I haven't fought a really good Joker outside of Sharp, but I did lose to him, so I gotta work on Joker. Fox, Ryu Fox is funny because he can explode at 60 and Ryu likes fighting Spaceys. Aegis I should lose on paper, but I'm really good at fighting that character in terms of bracket because I can punish the recoveries really well. Snake I'm really good versus. Beaten every single Snake I've fought. Wins on, well, my AK wins back in 2021, so maybe it was a long time ago, but I haven't fought New Snake as much, but I'm confident versus the character. If I'm not playing Shaky. I played Shaky at Big House, but I went game 5, but I won. Rob I've gotten a lot better versus, but you can always lose versus that character. Game Watch I don't have as much experience in, but Game Watch showed it was really hard. Sonic I have a lot of good experience in. I think I can beat any Sonic in the world that's not maybe Wrath or Sonic's or Ken. I can beat everybody else probably. And then Steve is always Steve. That was fast, I'm sorry. I talk too fast for this stuff, dude. I hope people understand me. I promise I'm talking intelligently. Yes, you do, and no, I don't. That was fast. I'm sorry. I'm a fast talker. There's a lot of information that I want to talk about. I just gotta gush it out, you know? Yeah. Characters I think that can change the most from this list. I think Sora can go up for sure. I think Kazuya can go down for sure. I think Bayo will go up for sure. I think Samus will go up for sure. I think Shulk will go down. I think Ryu will go up. I think Greninja will go down a little bit. I think Mega Man will go up. I think Ness will go up. I think Hero will go up. I think Incineroar will go up. I think Puff will go up. I think Banjo will go up. I think, yeah, that's it. Mega Man up? Yeah, I made this list. This is the first ever tier list I've made publicly. Mega Man up? Yeah. Character still has a lot of potential. Banjo up? Yes, I do. No. TG. Toraguri, man. TG is the reason the character can go up. Character forces you into avenues to fight, and they can nickel and dime you better than a lot of characters in this game. Doc should be top tier? You're right, Mabel. Let's do it right now. Was he here? I forgot. I think it was here. What happened to Roy? I think people got better versus him. I think, by the way, everybody after 2 is viable. I think everybody but Ganon is viable, and even this is a stretch. It's just your chances of success go up on this list. Like I have lost to the Sword Fighter. I have lost to Piranha Plant. I have lost to Villager. I have lost to Dr. Mario. I have lost to DD. I've lost to Ice Climbers. I've lost to all these characters. Yeah. People got better versus him. People are better at getting out of the corner versus him, you know? Like, he's swinging jab, you can just hit him. He's not as threatening. He has to always run in and deal with all these CQC cringe characters that are so broken. Ryu going up plausible. Yeah, I think Ryu can be where Pac-Man is. I could see him being bottom of top tier. Ice Climber's a mystery? Not really. I think they're the most solved character in the meta right now. Or one of them, like top 5. Like, we know what Ice Climbers is good at. I could see Ryu top 20 in the future. It's not right now, though. You have to, like, once we're more consistent in neutral, like, we'll be fine. I think Shaku's crazy, and even if it gets clanked out, you can just force so many options from it. It's so crazy. Like, his up air is insane. His nair is insane. I've been gushing. Like, I think Ryu's crazy, and I wouldn't be playing him. Shulk going down, the reps aren't playing as much because they're all employed, and the character having high startup in a game where a lot of CQC touch of death characters have really low startup moves makes it so that if you overshoot and guess correctly once versus Shulk, he can die. Not die, well, he'll lose shield art and then he'll die again, you know? I just don't see Shulk being as top as people think. There's too many windows of weakness, be it parry on back hit nair, be it the startup of his aerials, off stage, there's a lot. Yeah, Ness can go up as well. I could see Ness where Terry is. Wario can go up too. I can see Wario where Joker is. If we had to do like tiers, I think 10 and 9 is top tier, 8 and 7 is high tier, 6 and 5 is mid tier, 4 is like lower tier, maybe? I think really poorly of Bowser. What's holding back Wolf? Kill confirm windows, defensive out of shield, and not reliance on straight hits at higher percents. Mid to high percents. Bowser's low? I know. Bowser could be 5. I might do that, honestly. And just keep him there, but just move to 5. But I just, dude, frame 4 air dodge, like, heavyweight, destroyed by DLC. You don't want to fight some of these characters. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't like Bowser. I don't see it. Does Bowser want to fight any of these 4? Any of these 5, 6? You don't want to fight any of these. Maybe Palu, you can 2-frame, right? Then they do the invincible 2-frame. Dude, do you want to be on the ledge as Bowser versus Samus? Do you want to be comboed by Bayo? Dude, how are you doing any of this? I just don't see it, dude. I just don't. But Bowser's not the same tier as DDD, right? Right? Like, he's not. Maybe I'll put him to 5. I think 5 is better. He's so bad versus the meta. And not your college weekly meta. He's bad versus tournament meta. Like, you can farm your college roommates. My friend plays Bowser. He cooks. He just does up out of shield and forward air. That's it. He cooks. Let's take a photo of this. The Be Real. I love Be Real. Yeah, like, I don't know. I just don't, I don't see it. Lucario? Really terrifying. Terrifying bracket character. Inconsistent by nature because of aura. Forces the opponent to play around him, and he's very strenuous to play in tournament. I think if he was buffed as weaker Lucario and nerfed less on aura, I think he'd be a much better character. I think he has a really great toolkit. I think his airspeed's really good. I think aura sphere's really good. I think he's held back by your matchup versus the opponent is not only the only thing you're worried about. You have to be worried about like how the opponent likes to kill you. What if you're a Sheik and you kill him 3 times with needles into up smash and that's it? You know, like he just doesn't get aura, right? What if you're Ike and you're used to killing with Nair up air, and that's what you're used to fighting as Lucario main, but then he kills you with dash attack, and you just lose all your aura. Like, that's just annoying to fight as Lucario. By nature, it's really player dependent as well. I think Bowser's 4, dude. I really don't think Bowser's good. Like, I think, dude, I don't want to fight. What's his best top tier matchup? Is it Aegis? No, it's not Aegis. Is it Fox? No, it's not Fox. Is it Palu? It might be Palu. I don't know what his best top tier matchup is. Hero? Hero's really good. I could see Hero being up here. Give me like half a year, and I'd probably put it up there. I'm not confident just yet. I think Hero is... The RNG is always in his favor, because you can just pull buffs and charge specials, and you're fine. And you don't even need any of the wacky stuff unless you really, really are down and you're gambling. Like Beast Mode Paul pulling Hatchet Man to win versus Omega, right? Like, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. I think he's going to get better. Really good character. Dude, I want to see Akaki's Dape Genesis so bad. You have no idea. The English menu, could you imagine? Kamikaze by accident instead of Kaboom? Oh, give me some of that, dude. He reads CCC, he sees KA, go, 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 Kaboom! Boom! Game set. Over, you know? Wow, I could lose my mind. Yeah. I think this is my list, dude. Is there anything that I'd want to change? I think Bowser's staying at 4, though. He knows the menu in English? Sick. That's gonna be amazing. I could be PT at 7. PT could be 7. That's too low. No. I don't know. Yeah. It feels weird to put Snake top 5 though. Is it over for Ken? No, it's not. He's still fine. He's in that cheeser category. Ness, Me Brawler, Olimar. he's down there, you know, he's at 7. He's chilling though, he's fine. Rosa could be 7. Solo was right. I might bump Rosa up. Ken, really, I love my chat, dude. My chat knows. Matchup check for sure. Ken's not that bad. He's not. He's 7. He's 7. He's fine. He's not 8. There's no way he's in the same tier as those 8 characters. Mega Man? Greninja? Terry? No way. He's 7 for sure. Could Rosa be 7? Rosa could be 7. I might... Yeah, might bump Rosa up. Falcon belongs in 8? I don't think so. I think you can't gamble that hard and succeed. The characters in 8 don't have to gamble as hard, and even if they do gamble, they win. Mario gets a gamble up air, he wins. Ryu gets an up air gamble, he wins. Corrin gets a nair gamble, he wins. Like, they don't even have to. Shulk is better than Mario, Roy, Terry. Rosa's top of 7? I think Rosa is 7, dude. I'm looking at that 7 tier, and I just don't think Rosa's on the same tier as Robin. She's really, really good. I don't know if Shulk is better than Mario, Roy, Terry. Yeah. Honestly, my 8 is like sortie, brawler, sortie, brawler, sortie, with Punisher, brawler, you know? But they're all gonna be weighted the same as 8. So I wouldn't stress about it too much. higher execution. Execution's fine. It's like your threat range is only your burst range, and you don't have any projectile swords, so you threaten people up. Yeah, I think Rosa's 7. So Rosa goes up how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rosa's worse than Luigi. I'm gonna do that. I like that. That looks a lot better, actually. Rosa's not down there. Yeah. You can't be that anti-meta. Genesis? I am going to Genesis. You play like at least match Sora versus Dog? Yeah, I do. I sometimes do late night Sora on Elite. It's really funny. GG's. Yeah. Yeah. My Sora is like the 2 a.m. Elite Smash character. I just troll with Sora online. Thank you, though. Yeah. Incense high? No, Incense is totally fine. Incense in the perfect spot. You cannot tell me that character is not low. I think this is it. I can't think of anything else I'd want to change. Inkling is fine. Puff is fine. Tink is fine. I like source placement, me too. Good tier list? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Alright. Alright, if chat wants to screen cap this, put it on Twitter, Reddit, do whatever you gotta do. I think it's my tier list. I'm all good. I think Sora will go up too. I think that was a successful stream. 3.5 hours. It's almost 4 hours of just talking about tier lists. This is a blast though. Hopefully Library puts this up on YouTube. This would be nice to have. Yeah, awesome. I think I'm gonna end stream there probably. I'm a little tired and my voice is shot. Probably need some dinner and hang out for a little bit, but let's see who we should raid. BuzzG?
No one's hurt.
404. TK. TK's playing Power World, that's funny. The Buzz? Probably the Buzz, right? Yeah, we'll do the Buzz. M2K? No. Just do the Buzz. It's all good. No worries, bro. Hey, have a good night, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I'll probably be streaming maybe tomorrow, but if not, this week for sure. I gotta I gotta grind for Frosties, so. Bye-bye. Ciao, people.